So if you own a property with somebody else, whether it be a corporation or another person, or it was just, you know, your brother, your sister, anyone really, if you are on a title and you own a property with somebody else, and let's say for example you want to sell that property but the other person doesn't want to, courts are not going to obligate you guys to be together for the house. So in other words, if you don't want to own any type of property with somebody else but you guys are on the title, you can open up a case for partition and request the court to sell it. Almost always, and in every case that I have done with respect to partition, a court will enter a partition and require the parties to sell the property. There are exceptions. So for example, if there is a separate agreement that says we are purchasing this house together, we will not sell this house if if we've only owned it for 3 years and it's in a contract, then that is a valid defense to a partition action. But if there's nothing that would otherwise state that you cannot sell the property or the property interest is not yours until this event occurs, then you will almost always be able to ask the court for a partition, require the court to sell the property. You can ask the court, look, we want it in a private sale, you don't have to sell it for the court because we have a realtor that appraised it and they say it's X amount, and just request, make sure you include this type of thing in your petition. But other than that, there's really no other way that a court will deny your partition unless they won't be able to have jurisdiction. So like, for example, let's say the house is in Miami, but you open up the case in Broward, then the court might say, well, we don't have jurisdiction over this property because the property is located in Miami, that sort of thing. But don't worry about it. If you want to sell your property, you more than likely will be able to do so. We do this in divorces all the time as well. When there's a petition filed for dissolution of marriage, you can also add on a partition action and say, look, the parties, they bought a house together while they were married, and just sell the property. And more often than not, if there's no agreement between the parties, the court will eventually issue an order allowing you to sell it. So if you have any questions about property, titles, partitions, divorces, whatever it may be, please shoot us an email, send us a message, or you can even write below in the links. We're going to do our best to be able to answer your questions, and we are actively creating content to help better serve you. So any way that you can think of, please let us know, and don't forget to subscribe. Have an awesome day.